Hi, everybody. I'm super glad you're here to hang out with me while I give you a rundown on the app Over, which I need to tell you quickly that it's not called Over anymore. It's called GoDaddy Studios. So,
Mm.
same app, same format, same everything. But I did have a little bit of a heart attack today when I went to double check on some things like pricing and whatnot, and it kept coming up as GoDaddy. I'm like, what's going on with this? It was actually purchased, and so now it has a new name, but it's exactly everything that you already love if you're already using Over. So that is that. I'm Anna Hughes. I'm Superstar Director on the coast of Washington State, and we're going to do a quick run through on this program and how I use it to create all of the fun graphics that I love to use in my business. And you guys have seen a few of those. I'm going to continually try and let people in to this chat as they pop into the waiting room. So what we'll do is I'm going to stay here live with you so you can still see me as I'm working. I've actually logged in with another account so that way I can screen share from my iPad and show you how I do all of this. I use an iPad and an Apple Pencil. You don't have to use an iPad and Apple Pencil to be really great with this program. I used it for years just on my phone. So I will say I have no experience in this without using it with Apple products. So if you're somebody who's on an Android device, it may look different, but I can't help you there. So I do know that it does come on Android devices, and it comes in two different formats. So you can do a free version with this specific program, but you're going to get way less features. And so I can't stress enough that the paid version is far and beyond better than the free version. And it's like that with most things, right? Now you are going to pay $10 a month for this program, or you can pay $69.99 a year. So for 70 bucks, you're saving quite a bit of money if you're going to be using it. So if you find that what we're doing today, you like the explanation, you're interested in using the product, just bite the bullet and pay for it for the whole year. It's a tax deduction. Use the heck out of it. So don't be afraid to throw the money at it, because it really is really handy and really nice. So with that being said, I use this for everything. I use this for designing all of my stickers. I typically just buy 2-inch round plain stickers. And so all my labels, all my stickers, all the cute little things that I throw on envelopes, everything is designed with this program and printed on the same stickers over and over. I use it to make different thank you cards. I use it to make different flyers. I use it to make postcards that I'm sending out to my customers monthly, or even more often than that. I'm using it for tags for my bags. I'm going to show you some of that with my screen share in just a second. But there's so much that you can do with this program that, for the most part, this is what I use exclusively. There are a few other things that I use along with this program, a few of them being things where we're creating QR codes and I'm inputting those on as an image, or I might use a different app to erase a lot of background quickly. But really, this does all the things, and it's very user-friendly once you get your feet wet. So I think that's all I have to say before everybody just keeps popping in a little bit late. That's okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and screen share. I think I have to allow myself to screen share. And I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys just so that way there isn't a lot of distraction. Oh, only the host can share in this meeting. Typical. Okay, I can fix that. My bad. Hang with me, guys. I got a better idea. We'll just make this one the host. Okay. All right. So I think I can do this. Okay. All right. So the app, when you log in, looks like this. and there are little updates for templates and announcements. And you will see here that it says over is now GoDaddy Studio right here on the right-hand side. That's why I knew about that. And really, I skim over all of this, but there are a lot of tutorials in here on how you can get better at graphic design. And there are articles in there that teach you about what is eye-catching and what is effective, and it really is handy, so you can also learn within this app. So there's that. At the very bottom of the screen, you're going to see how it says from left to right, it says discover templates. There's a little plus sign, teams, and projects. We're going to go ahead and start with we'll just work our way over. So on templates, you can start, you're not starting from square one. You're not just getting a blank template or blank slate to start with. If you kind of have an idea of what you want to do, you're able to just, this is cute. Let's take this honeybee one because it's really cute. You can actually take these and edit the text within here. Okay. So you could, well, let's just type Scentsy. Okay.
Hey, Anna, 1 second. I don't know if this is for anybody else, but my toolbar on the bottom blocks all of the items that you can select.
How about now?
Still, no. So I'm trying to figure out how we can, how I can full screen, just in case. Is anybody else having that? Where you're viewing it, but like the words are covered down below? Shannon can see it all. I interrupted
can
the
see
training.
it all as well.
No, I couldn't see it either, Melissa.
I'm having the same problem as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can now, but I couldn't before.
Let me try.
No. I think if we change our zoom ratio of viewing,
Yeah,
I'm
gonna do that for you, I think.
Okay.
Because it should pin you. It should pin you if that's the person who's sharing the screen, right?
but it's like the toolbar of participants, chat, share screen, record. Like I can't get that to go down.
Yeah. I totally know what you're saying.
And it's covered, so that covers the bottom toolbar and over.
Well, that's.
But I'm wondering, screen share again and let me see if I change my zoom ratio for viewing, if that fixes it. I figured instead of you starting the training and referring to things. Oh wait, what'd you just do?
I turned it on its side.
Nope. View options.
Can you see it now? You can see image, text, graphic. Yep. That's everything at the bottom.
Okay, so you guys, if you're having that trouble, go up to the top where it's green and it says you are viewing screen shares screen. And next to it, it says view options. Then select zoom ratio, and I chose 100%, and now I can see her entire iPad.
Thanks.
Okay. Hey, you're welcome. No problem.
So this is something that's already been set up, so you're not really having to be, maybe you don't feel like you have a great eye for things. Honestly, you're going to get better at all of this as you play with it. So it's funny, I look back on all of my different projects that I've made over the years, and they changed so much with all of the different just things that you learn along the way. So templates are a great place to start if you don't really know what you want to do. And you can always edit all of the factors that are within the templates. So like, let's take this one, for example. Let's say I love this layout, but I don't like the picture behind it. I can actually replace that picture. Let's put this in here. I had my nails done today. Make love to the camera. How's that? So you could put anything that you want behind that, and then just go in and we're going to delete all of this. Okay. There's so much that you can do without having to recreate the wheel. All right. Now, I'm going to discard changes because I don't need this. Okay. But the best thing that you can do is start from square one and just get creative. Have fun with it. You can grab a layout from here if you want to, but I usually just start with a white block and I pick the format, the aspect that I'm looking for. So they've got like a Facebook ad, a Facebook cover, your stories, things for Instagram. When I design postcards, I typically use the 3x2 or 3x4. So if you're into making postcards, those are a great place to start too. Let me pull this up and I'll show you guys. Oh, you guys saw a lot of the stuff that I put in the group, so I won't go through all of that. But you can pick your aspect. Let's pretend like we're gonna make a sticker, because remember I told you I use 2-inch rounds. So we're gonna go ahead and make a sticker for a sample of the scent of the month. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and now I went to the workstation and I pulled these from the marketing tab. So all I had to do was click that image and it pulls up all the images within my device. But you can also, these are fun, those are just my favorites. You can also Google. So if we were looking for, say, what's the name of the scent of the month this month?
Stargazing.
Thank you. That just proves that just because you have an SSD behind your name doesn't mean you know all the answers. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll type stargazing and Scentsy there, and we'll pull it up. Like if we were going to go ahead and see it, how cool is that? Just about anything that you look for, they can pull it from the internet. So even if I hadn't gone to pull this graphic before, I can pull these things up. So really cool. I don't want that one though, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of it. Now, because I like to work on 2-inch circles, I'm going to use that shape tool and choose a circle, stretch it, and I'm going to work within this circle for the whole thing. And I don't want that circle in my way. So what you can do is you can choose the layers, which is in the top. It looks like boxes that are stacked. You can choose those layers and you can lock that one in place while you work. So let's go ahead and put this on here. And you want to put the name of the scent on there larger, then you can do that. So we'll choose text, which is in the bottom toolbar. What's this called again? Vanilla Blackberry? I'm guessing now.
Yeah.
Sobs. Okay, so I pulled this up. Now, this is cute, and I like this font, but it can't really fit in there very good. So being able to curve that would be really handy. So in that bottom toolbar next to font, it says style. Above the style, you can go over it and choose curve. And I can curve that till I like it. But I can also change the font. So we can make something that we like here. If I don't like all the fonts, because now keep in mind, all of the fonts that come with this program that are loaded into your app aren't all of the fonts that are available to you. So what you can do is if you scroll over, there's a little up arrow, a little chevron up arrow on the far left of the screen. You'll choose that. And all of these are included in your over membership or your subscription. So you could go through and you're like, oh, I really like these. You can go just pick it and it will automatically put it within your app and you can use them. So depending on whatever my vibe is that I'm going for, I can pick something. from here, and it doesn't cost anything. It's all included in your subscription. So we can change that like that. Sure. We can add more text. That's August. Oh. Okay. And can drag these over. You kind of get the idea of all these different things that we can do, right? Now, I showed you that you can search for different Scentsy things, but you can also search for different backgrounds. I'm going to come back here and we're going to do something different. Okay. You can take images that, let's say we want laptop. So we're going to make something businessy. Okay. I don't want that calendar on there because that calendar is in the way of something that I want to put on my graphic. So you'll scroll this little toolbar over and they've got a mask tool and I can just erase the pieces that I don't want. And I can zoom in really tight. See what I'm doing here? So I really don't need an app to erase backgrounds because this is all within the program itself. So a lot of these graphics you guys saw that I made, I've just run with this, okay? Let's see, what else can we put on there? Let's put another image on there because I know what we need quite often is the Scentsy logo. So we'll go in there and we'll get the Scentsy logo. Now that's white. Uh-oh. What we need is to change the color of that because we can't see it. So on that bottom toolbar that you see there, you can, well, you could adjust it if it was colored with all of these different filters. But what we want to do is we want to go to tint and we're going to change the color to black and the opacity. Okay. Now, if I wanted to layer different things on here, let's take a Scentsy bar, and I want it to be part of my background. So let's just use this one. This is fine. You can change, see that? Put that in the background. Let's just make it black. Oops, selected the wrong image there. This is getting in my way, so let's lock that in place. Okay. These are all just fonts that I use pretty frequently. And then you can make everything match. And this one's cute because it comes with, it's like a set. It's like a font set. Super fun. Now, if it's not quite in the right place, I really love this nudge tool, is you can just get it, just to move it just a tiny bit and get it absolutely perfect. But that is kind of the gist on that one. There's so much, you guys, that you can do with this. So you see where this one I've created a little, just like a little card to go with the hand cream samples that I was putting in people's bags. On this one, it's something that I've put together for my VIP group where I want my customers to join my VIP group. I slip this in their orders, cut this to size. I don't leave it this square, but it's got the QR code on it. Now, if you see something here that you want me to explain how I did it, let me know, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea of different things that you can do with this specific program. I make things for samples all the time. This is something that would be sent out to my new team members. I send them a little thing about how to make felt samples. That was all made exclusively with this program. But a lot of it is just layering objects. And I showed you, well, there's a face. I have a habit of making things for people and sharing them because that's just what we do. It's a lot of it is all in layering different products. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this up and I'll just show you. There are so many pieces to this and I can shift things around. Let's move this. Let's say we don't like this bar where it's at and we want to move it to the back. You can just grab it and drag it down and now that bar is in the back. Pretty slick, huh? These are just all I've really done is layer objects, use a few different fonts because you want to be able to use multiple not too many different types of fonts. You want to really stick with maybe like 3-ish fonts. 4 might be okay, but it gives variety in what it is that you're looking at. So I like to, like this one, we're using 1, 2, 3, 4 different fonts for this specific project. Here's one that I sent out for always get my bar. All I did was I took a picture of 6 bars. I erased the background. This is a cartoon of me. I will show you how to do that real quick. It's a different app altogether. What's it called? My mind is like lately, like the last.
Is it Tune Me?
Tune Me? Like the last month or so, my mind does not work. So this one I've used 1, 2, looks like 3, really only 3 different fonts on this one specifically. Do you like that little Polaroid? Let me show you how to get a little Polaroid like that, okay? All right, so we're gonna pull up the images, or not images, it's in graphics. You're gonna go to graphics, and this is all included in here too. So all I did was I came up here, and I just typed Polaroid because I was like, well, I gotta have a frame of some kind, right? And look at all these cute little frames. Look at that. Now, if you're mid-design and you realize that, man, this is not the right aspect for whatever it is that I'm designing, you can actually change that right in the middle of your project. So at the top, in the top toolbar, there's a 1 in a box. You're in the center of the screen. You're going to click that. And then where it says 2048 by 2048, that's your pixels. You're going to choose that. And now I can put this on a different size. See? And it's not too late to switch your project. All the elements are still going to be there. And you can shift them around and make it work again. Let's see. What other things are in the graphics? Fun backgrounds. You wanted to put this in the background because it's pretty. You can move that to the back. Now, obviously we did that and we need to adjust all of these other things, but so much of this specific program is just playing with all the things. It really, really is. And that's how you're going to get better with it, is just playing with it with time. I'm trying to select something, but apparently I'm not doing that. There we go. There we go. We can reverse some of that we did. So cute. So cute. And to layer this, if we wanted a picture underneath of it, you just go into your images, find a photo. Let's take Anna getting her nails done today.
Did you? I think you stopped screen sharing.
Did I?
Yeah, I can't see it either.
Oh, I got logged out somehow. Hang tight. Well, gosh. I wonder how I got out of Zoom. Okay, let's get back to where we were. All right, I didn't have this before, so let me remove it and get you back to where you were. Okay, I want to put a picture underneath this Polaroid so it looks like it's a Polaroid picture. So I'm going to hit the bottom, in the bottom toolbar where it says image. It's going to go all to my images on my phone, so we'll use that. Okay, now this is over the Polaroid. We don't want that. So you go back to your layers and shift this up over the top of it. Okay. Now this picture doesn't fit in here. So what we want to do is we want to crop the picture of me underneath of the Polaroid. So you're going to select that. And in the bottom toolbar, there's a crop. And you're going to hit custom. And you're going to slide it up so that it's hidden by that piece. Okay. And then you can add text over it. Not mail day, nail day. Okay. I know this is all really cheesy, but I'm like, what am I doing at this time? I'm just playing around. So, all right. So we want to put that, and we're going to change the font. So it looks like I wrote on it, right? Whatever. Okay. So that's how you do the Polaroid effect. Okay. I use that one pretty frequently. I like that. What else? Oh, these are like my postcards. This is what I do monthly for my customers. So I'm taking the graphics from the workstation for the scent of the month and the warmer of the month. And I always do the exact same format. So here's the cool thing, you guys. I don't have to recreate the wheel every month. All I do is if you hold on to this button, the little menu pops up and you can say duplicate. Okay. And now I can just go in and I'm going to replace this one with the new scent. Boom. Then I can click this. I can change the name of the scent. Okay. You see what I'm doing here? And then all I need to do is just copy and paste the description of the scent over. And then I can take this image of the succulent warmer, because obviously that's not right. We'll replace it with this. I don't want it on top of everything again. So what we do is we take that image and we just slide it to the back. And as if you like certain elements, you can just duplicate them that are already in here. This is in the wrong direction. So let's go ahead and rotate that item by editing it. And going to the crop, nope, rotate. On rotate, you can just swap it the other direction. We're not fine tuning all this, but you kind of get the idea here, right? So this is something I send out to my customers monthly, and I just drop that rub and smell sticker that comes in the kit right over the top of that image of the bar. And so it pops into their mailbox. They can smell the scent, and I swear upping my game on the scent and warmer of the month. Just the way that I'm marketing it with that, I've gotten a lot more sales, and not just for the scent and warmer of the month, but for other things, just because I'm in their mailbox and they're smelling something and they're excited about it. And I do this exact same thing every single month, and I change up whatever is on that left-hand side. I'll change it to whatever we're marketing at the time. So it might be bring back my bar, or it might be a picture of the new catalog or something like that. And that works really, really well for me. And on the back, I'm putting something that looks like this. This one, I just threw a rub and smell sticker on it for the new catalog, because the new catalog one looked like this. Or I could put a QR code on the back where my return address is, and they can shop now. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. So tell me, what did I not cover that you guys want to know how to do? Because this program is incredible. You can save your images as image files or PDF files, or yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is all I use. So I'm pulling up the chat right now, Tiffany. Okay. Can you share editable creations like you can in Canva? No, you can't, unless you pay for, and I wish that they would, and this is a conversation that Melissa and I have had several times. Unless you have a team subscription, which is hella expensive. So that's not a thing. So basically, if I make something and a friend wants it, then I just make a few adjustments for them and send it on their way. I definitely do it for Rachel all the time, because Rachel does the exact same thing. And these cute little graphics, like this one right here, that's actually not me. That's actually Rachel. But it was close enough. So, rolled with it. What all marketing items do you share with your customers? Like, so you mail out all of these, or you drop them in custom orders, or mixture of both? Yep, exactly. I mail them, or I drop them in orders. I will admit, I am finding that I'm getting less and less orders that I need to hand deliver or have people pick up, just because I have personally been pushing the whole order online and get a free bundle. Like I was just showing you that postcard where it said free stuff, right? I've really pushed for online orders, and I'm finding that it's working really, really well. When they know that they're going to get something fun in the mail from me, they are more apt to pay the shipping and just get it done online, which is great for me, because it's less packing of orders, and it's less, like, I don't know. It's where my business is right now. So I'm finding that I'm mailing a lot more of these things than dropping them in orders. Thank you. I think so, Tiffany, I put a bunch of stuff on the director warm-up page for a few ideas of some of the things that I make. I mean, I would have to, there's so many different things, just because I like to play with it. Honestly, there are more income producing activities than the amount of time I would love to play with this, because it's just fun. Do you print everything yourself? If so, what kind of printer do you have? I do print everything myself for the most part. I have a laser printer, and I know laser printers are a lot more expensive. They're not as affordable. Marnie, they just changed the name of it to GoDaddy. Yes, they just changed it to GoDaddy Studios. It used to be called Over Until Today. So, like, nice timing. But yeah, I have a laser printer, and it's an HP, and I love it. My friend Rachel I just mentioned Rachel Pence and Nick Jerva. They both have that printer. They both love the printer. You are going to spend more if you want a laser printer, but the quality is higher. The time that it takes to make a lot of copies is way quicker. So if you're sending out 40 flyers a month, or if you're making 72 postcards, for me, I make 72 postcards because we have 72 rub and smell stickers in our kit, right? So it's really quick turnover to make a lot of items using a laser printer. So if you find that you're going to be doing a lot of this, then it's definitely worth the money. I will say, before I had my laser printer, I used the local printing shop in town. If you're not putting a lot of Scentsy stuff on it, then it's okay to have somebody else print it for you. However, because of the way that we have agreements on reproduction of intellectual property, you can't just be sending all of this stuff off to Vistaprint without approval, and you're not going to get it. So I do really love printing my own items. Plus, the cool thing is I just print exactly what I need. If I'm making stickers for something, I print off exactly as many stickers as I need. Or if I print off exactly as many flyers as I need. And I don't hesitate to make new things because I can just print it and have it today. It's not like I have to wait for all of the stuff to come back to me. If you use this, you'll notice some font types have multiple options. Yes. And they go well together. That's what makes it so easy. It's like you don't have to have a super creative eye. This program really kind of walks you through all of that. So I do love that. Other questions, you guys? One more thing. Paper matters, okay? I like good paper. I like to work on cardstock, or the 32-pound that Christina Steinbrook is obsessed with is incredible. She's obsessed with it for a reason. It really does make a big difference. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Tiffany, I see you're using an iPad. Do you find that easier to use versus a desktop or a Mac? I have an iPad Pro that I use for everything. Okay, so I'm talking to you on my MacBook Air, and I love it, but I don't use it for design. I like the feel of this in my hand. I like the feel of the Apple Pencil specifically. I'm not familiar with the iPad Pro. I know, or the Mac. Okay. Yeah, no, you probably would use this to design. Do you have a pencil? Love my pencil.
I don't like using my laptop for it. I have, but I feel like I have more control using my phone or my iPad.
Does Over work on a computer?
Yeah.
That must be new. Because I didn't think that it worked on.
That has to be new. That has to be with the GoDaddy Studio launch or rollout, because Over's never been available on the desktop.
That's what I thought.
I was doing it for months, but I was going to God, what was it called?
Over.
I promise you. It wasn't as functional. I didn't like it as much. So that's why I just used my phone, because then it felt like I had everything.
I mean, I've been using my phone for this program for many years, many years, like probably 4 or 5 years at least that I've been using it with my phone, which is a long time in the Scentsy world, I guess. But I mean, they say many years. I'm dating myself.
That's a long time.
So it's great though, because everything I've ever created is still here. So I make stickers and I print them with my Dymo sometimes. Or what else do I have in here? Oh my God, these are so funny. I look back at all these projects. This is Melissa, this is how I made that. I made it in Over.
Well, and that's funny. But that I find that you typically find one program that you like, and that's what you go with.
Yeah,
like when you become comfortable, because I know that when you try to learn 5 or 6 different ones, then you don't know where to go when you go to design something. And so I find that if I just pick one and stick with it, and like Anna said, all of the projects are saved there. So
Yeah, I mean, everything. This is another sample thing that I made for Washawas. Um, Everything that you need, with the exception of creating QR codes as an image and dropping that image in, everything else, it's there. You can do it with this program. Even add video into your projects and use them for your stories or your profile picture or those sorts of things as well. So it's pretty cool. I mean, look, this was a birthday invitation that I made for my son's 7th birthday using this program. So I use it for all the things. It's not just Scentsy. I use it in my day-to-day life because it just is that handy, that helpful, that useful, that comprehensive. Like there's a lot to it, but this is way better than Scentsy Photofy since you can download any image with Google. Literally any image. If it's on the internet, like you can find images of products that Scentsy hasn't carried in a long time. If I were to create a flyer of products that I happen to have on hand that have been sitting here for 5 years, and I wanted to put the pictures of all the buddies, which you wouldn't be able to pull up in Scentsy's Photofy, you could totally do that with this program. It's just limitless. So it's really hard for me to say like, oh, you can do this and you can do this and you can do this. And it's like, but because there's just so much that you can do with it. I love it. I think it's amazing. It would be very hard to convert me to anything else. I mean, I've jokingly said that I would switch to Canva because I can't share my files, but I found that it's not that big of a barrier, really. And if anything, because it's not super easy to share all of my files, I'm able to maintain my authenticity, my personal branding, my me, because not everybody in the world is using all of the stuff that I've created. Does that make sense? So you want to stand out. You want to be your own person. You want to be your own brand. And being able to share all the things all the time isn't necessarily the best way to do that. So anything else? You know, I've been talking for like 45 minutes straight.
Great job.
Zoom. Oh, yeah.
Great job.
Thank you. Did I miss anything, Melissa?
No, I learned a few things.
Did you? What'd you learn?
Yeah. I haven't used tint. Like if you for the Scentsy logo when it was white on white,
Huh?
I would have just gone back to Google and grabbed a black logo.
Oh, yeah. You can do that with all kinds of things. Sometimes I put like a picture of you could use a picture of yourself and then tint it and then change the opacity. And then that's like a watermark. It looks cool.
Huh. Yeah, well, that's why you're the resident expert with this. And
Message me anytime.
appreciate it. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
Even though thank you for doing it for all of them and letting me.
Yeah. No sweat. You'd let me sit in on yours too, so it's fine. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. If you have any questions, just shoot them over to me. Just understand that me and Facebook Messenger are not necessarily the best of friends. So just be patient with me. And if I don't answer you, just keep messaging me because eventually I will. Okay. All right. Have a great night.